Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we'll be taking a look at Dig Kong from the Machine Robo Mugenbine line. This was a line from over 10 years ago probably at this point, somewhere in the 2004-2005 range. Yeah, it's a really super fun line of toys if you've never seen anything about them. Most of the releases come with a robot like this of some kind that has these little connection ports all over his body, and then it comes with a series of pieces which you can use to make some different combinations. And this guy has a kind of construction vehicle form and as well has a kind of gorilla form, which is why he's called Dig Kong. The nice thing about Mugenbine is you could literally do whatever you want, like anywhere there are spots for connections, you can do it. So if you want to come up with your own custom modes, or if you have multiple different sets, you can combine them all together to make your own creations. It's really fun. I think there's a lot of playability there. But yeah, so we'll take a quick look at the robot. I like the head sculpt a lot. You can see he's got kind of an animal face here in the head, and I love the orange visor. Goes really well with the green, and I just think it looks pretty neat. So I'll get in as close as I possibly can. Simple detailing, but I think it works. Now he's got a big D that's supposed to be a D on the side of his head. The first 26 releases they kind of call the alphabet line, where each one is a different letter of the alphabet and has a different letter on the side of his head. Now the line did continue after that, and they kind of dropped the letter gimmick, but this guy was D for Dig Kong, so he was part of the alphabet line. But pretty standard what they call Mugenroid here. Arm can rotate all the way around. The arm can rotate inward, which we'll see for some of the configurations. You have a ball joint, not really a ball joint, but kind of a swivel, hinge swivel for the waist. And then you have different configurations here. I guess it really is only 90 degrees at the knee. And then this peg here in the foot can rotate around for different configurations as well. And these pegs on the shoulders can flip up. So very, very cool. You have some pegs on the back here. A lot of different things you can do. Like I said, all the Mugenroids are pretty standard, except the head sculpts and color schemes are different. But yeah, this is Dig Kong, so I like him a lot. Now you're going to put him off to the side for one moment. The other pieces you get in this set, you get two of these kind of tank tread pieces that have some connector ports here on the side and one peg each on the top. You get these two kind of pincer claws, which have a hinge swivel right here, so they can go in and out. You have this little block piece, just has a bunch of connector ports on it. And then you have this big shovel piece. Some stickers have already been applied. They were applied when I got it, but they look pretty good. This is Mr. Mugenbine. I don't know why he's Mr. But in any case, like I said, you could snap any of these onto the robot mode if you wanted to. If you wanted to come up with your own kind of configuration, you could kind of snap this on the back. Reminds me of a Scrapper from the Constructicons. No, I'm sorry, Scavenger. No, I had it right the first time. No, didn't I? Scrapper is the front end loader. Scavenger? Yeah, Scavenger was the excavator. In any case, I'm just babbling, so let's go ahead and get on to his first configuration, which first will do the construction vehicle. Alright, so I've moved the Mugenroid to the back. You're going to basically start with the two tank tread pieces, and then this big block piece, and you're going to just go ahead and connect those right there on both sides. Then you're going to take these pieces and plug them into the back, that connector right there. And you can see that's pretty much most of the... Do I have that right? I think I might have them upside down. Yeah, that's better. You want it to be flush, so when it rolls along the ground, it doesn't bounce or anything. So yeah, you want to put them like that. And then you're going to take the Mugenroid, fold the head down, fold the arms in. There you go. This peg here on the back is going to go into this peg here on the top. And then you can take this piece there's a connector port right there, and just go ahead and plug it into this. And there you go. I'm going to pan out here a little bit. That is the kind of excavator construction vehicle mode. Now, unfortunately, as much as it looks like there should be a hinge here so this can move forward, it does not. It does not move forward. This moves, this has a bend, and this has a bend. But because these two front pegs, and I'll get a little bit closer here, these two front pegs can bend down, you can have this whole thing bend down, and then you can have this kind of excavate and actually touch the ground. So it's a little convoluted. It's kind of, I mean, it's all right. It can move around if you want to rotate, so that's kind of nice. But then like this kind of just sticks off to the side, which is a little weird. Yeah, I don't know. It's not the best vehicle mode for one of these, but it's decent. Again, I like the color scheme. I think the green looks good. Again, green, kind of a weird choice for a construction vehicle, but also another reason reminds me of the Decepticon Constructicons. He rolls fairly decently. He does have some wheels here on the bottom of the treads, so he does roll fairly decently. But yeah, I mean, that's really it. There's not a whole lot to him, but he is what it is. So we'll take this apart and we'll get ready for the gorilla mode, which I think is the better of the two. Alright, so returning here to the Mugenroid and the pile of accessory pieces, we're going to start by placing the Mugenroid in a similar configuration to what we had, but then we're going to pull these legs out to the side and then bend them down. Just like that. And let me consult my directions here. Yes, that is correct. So that is, and you have to bend these two down like that. Then you're going to take this piece and you're going to plug that into the two connector ports we just rotated downward. And then you're going to take these pieces and peg them into that to form kind of back legs. I'm going to take these pieces and plug them into the bottom of the feet to become the kind of knuckles of the gorilla. Hands and knuckles. So there you go. If you want, you can open this a little bit to give you a little bit smoother. Like that. And then you're actually going to take this piece, rotate this out, and then fold this pretty much completely in on itself. And that's going to form your gorilla head, which I think is pretty smart. I think that really works out perfectly well. They did a great job with that. This connector port right here is going to go onto the connector port on the bottom. And there you go. You have Dig Kong in his gorilla mode. I have to say, I really like the gorilla mode. I don't know why. I think it's a lot of fun. At this point, you could rotate the hands around. You could... Can you rotate the hands up? Yeah, I guess you can. I'm trying to make sure how the hips rotate, because that's essentially what you're dealing with. If you want to turn the hands this way, you could, so you could have them like fight and grab stuff. It kind of reminds me of the green gorilla from Gal Ranger, or Power Rangers Wild Force. So I think that's a lot of fun. So I like the look of this guy a lot. While I think the construction vehicle is just kind of eh, I think the gorilla mode looks really good. And I like it a lot. I think the head just really works. I mean, getting in close to that head, the red eyes look great. You have the gold nose, the prominent underbite looks fantastic. It just really works for me. So I think the gorilla mode is fantastic. Definitely the better of the two, in my opinion. So as I've said before, I love this toy line. It's always been a favorite of mine since I discovered it years ago. I think the robots are a lot of fun. Very nice poseability, excellent head sculpts. Color scheme for this one is a lot of fun. And the accessories they come with are always fun. And it's kind of neat just seeing like the different ways the accessories can kind of fit together to become, you know, lots of different things. It's pretty well engineered, and I always think it's kind of a fun feat of toy engineering. Like, I love the way this kind of looks like the cab of a construction vehicle, and then the shovel, and then it just kind of completely collapses on itself and perfectly becomes that gorilla head. Like, that's just really well done in my opinion. I love that so much. Yeah, I mean, it has the two modes, official modes. I definitely think the Gorilla is the better of the two. But again, you can do whatever you want. I mean, sometimes they come up with like super robot modes and stuff for these. This one does not have like an official robot mode or anything like that, but you could certainly do something. Let's see, what could you do? I like these little stilt feet for him. Maybe give him this crazy excavator arm. Maybe put this as like a shield over here. See, unfortunately, these have... I wish these could connect to the hands, because that would be a lot of fun. You could just give him feet, maybe. No. That's not going to work. Well, like I said, it's up to your imagination. You can do whatever you like. And that's kind of the whole fun of this line. All the different crazy combinations you can come up with, but... And they're all completely compatible. The ports and the pegs are all the same, so you can use parts from this set on another different Mugenroid or combine a bunch of Mugenroids together. All the parts are compatible, so that's always been a really cool part of the line as well. So I love them. I love Mugenbine in general, but I think Dig Kong's a pretty decent entry. Not one of the best ones there are. There are definitely ones that are better, but if you can get a hold of them, I say pick them up because I really love that Gorilla mode. The Excavator mode is just okay. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like and share this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you've enjoyed this look at Dig Kong from Machine Robo Mugenbine. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.